Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Market Trends. Today in this video we will be discussing on how to start investing in share market. As you can see in front of your screen, there are listed points over there. These are required to be considered before you start investing in share market. Now let's look the first point, which is to make investment from money that you don't need right away. It is very important to make sure whatever you are investing or intending to utilize for investment, it should not be something which is required in near future. The reason for that we shall discuss later, but first and foremost, to understand this thing better, let me give you an example. In any case, an investor will either be a salaried person or a businessman. In both the cases, he or she shall fetch out some money and take it to his home. From that money, some portion, let's say 10%, 15% or maybe 20%, is something which is not required, or which he will save it for his whatever time that approaches, or whenever he requires he might utilize it. He won't be needing some portion of the money in cases. So that portion of money which he won't be requiring in the near future, from that, what I would advise, from that, let's say it's 30% of the money that he won't be requiring. But still, to be on the safer side, I would advise him to keep a portion of it still with him in saving account, or maybe some other type of investment where his money will be easily liquidated. He could encash that money easily. So from that 30%, let's say 15% or 20%, he can utilize for his investment or trading purpose. Now for what purpose is this taken out, and make sure that it is a money that isn't required right away, is that because you don't know how the market are going to go after your investment is done. Let's say you buy an XYZ thing, and you forecast that it is 2 rupees today, it is going to go 5 rupees, and based on that you invest some money, and from 2 rupees it doesn't go to 5 rupees. Instead of that, it falls to 50 paise. Now okay, that's completely fine if that money won't be required. But if you require that money while it's on 50 paise, if you take out that money, then you will have to bear some loss. So if that money is something which you don't require, maybe after some time it will definitely recover. At least you will incur less losses if you wait for some time. So it's better that you make the investment from that money which you don't require in the near future. Now the second point is to screen and filter stocks. There are thousands of stocks listed in the stock market. Therefore, it is near to impossible to go through them all. Rather, it is more advisable to shortlist few of them. by implementing certain criteria of screening stocks. so as to filter out those stocks which are fundamentally strong. Here, to further help you, there are some points that I would like to highlight. Like, you can consider market capitalization in them, sales growth, profit growth, EPS, which means earning per share, debt to equity ratio, ROE, which stands for return on equity. Next is P by B, which stands for price to book value. Also there is PE, which means price to earning, and lastly the current ratio. These are some of the things. There are more added to it, but still these are some points which we need to consider, and to scrutinize them the best medium is online only. You can find all of them on the internet itself. You need not go anywhere. Now the third point will be to select companies that you understand. This is another important criteria to consider. Now let's suppose you have a bunch of stocks in your hand, but out of this select only the companies that you understand. You should understand their business model, what it offers, and how does the company make money. Now let's say I will share an example and try to explain with the help of an example. You have some listed companies out of which you need to make a portfolio investment of let's say a small amount only for the moment. Let's say you have from your entire portfolio you have, let's say, 1,000, 2,000 or something like that money left out, for which you intend to make an investment so that it will fetch up returns in the future. So while going through various barriers, an important point to consider over here is that if once you have shortlisted, let's say you have shortlisted 3 companies, and from that you need to make a particular choice wherein you can invest the amount you intend to invest, but over here now you don't have an idea about 2 companies, and rather you have idea of all these factors with one company. So I will suggest you go with that company, even though if it might fetch you less return, still go with that company. At least you will come to know what can be reaped out of it in near future. So let's say you have XYZ company and you have something like Colgate or HUL. You know that these are the companies which you are familiar with, so invest in those companies rather than going up with some XYZ company for which you don't have any idea of what it does and how it makes its money from. Now we'll move on to the next point, that is to look for companies with low or no debt. A company having low or no debt is a very nice point to have in one company for investing. Therefore, an ideal company to invest for will be one with very low or best with no debt. Now the next point to consider is to make sure the company where you intend to invest, you should be familiar with the company's management, because a company's management is considered to be as the backbone of a company, and it plays a significant role in shaping the future of it. Therefore, management is expected to be very honest, completely transparent, and extremely competent enough. Now, after doing all this research, when you come onto the terminal to buy these stocks or make an investment, the point to be noted over here is that to buy the stock at the right price. I would like to add one more point over here, that also apart from right price, right timing is also very important over here. Because let's say an XYZ person intends to make an investment of XYZ amount, and he invests his money at the time before any political activity or any such kind of activity which might cause negative impact to the stock market. In that way, he might be at risk doing so. So invest at the right price, and as well as timing is to be considered, also to be considered. Now the last point, that is before buying or investing money, make sure to focus on both the points, that is risk as well as the return on investment. This is a core point to consider, and it has been seen that usually we retail investors always neglect this, but instead we must maintain a significant balance between the both. Over here also I would like to pinpoint with an example. Now let's say you are investing in XYZ company, for let's say you are purchasing at 3 rupees expecting it to go to 10 rupees. Now over here make sure that there is not much of risk involved, because your profit is limited to 7 rupees. So the risk reward ratio should be such that it shouldn't be something more, the risk amount should not be more. Now you have made an investment of 3 rupees, but you should keep a stop loss of let's say 2 rupees, and you should go for that. Now if you have a risk that maybe this company will delist itself or something or the other, it doesn't stand any chance, stand any meaning to invest in such a company wherein you have a big risk. Just keep the risk level low, and the return should be also low. But if you are going for a big return, then in that case your risk can be more. I hope you got my points over here in this video, and I made it everything very clear. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe it, and also hit the bell icon for updates on uploading video. Thank you very much.